Hello, and welcome to another edition of Like It Really Is with Bamboo and Friends. Um, hey, how y'all doing? Happy Monday. Hope everyone had a great holiday weekend, ate enough food, and enjoyed themselves. We're in the building today. Of course, we always have these technical difficulties, but that's just the name of the game. That's the object of the game, but it's okay. Today's a special day, and we're going to be getting in right into it. Uh, as soon as we go to this commercial, and we give a shout out to my man Tony Roan. I am Unlimited. Uh, he has a clothing brand that's out there, and we'd like you guys to be a part of that. So if you could check that out, that'd be great. Uh, so hey, let's run it. Hey, what's up, everybody? Hello, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How are you doing? Today's a brand new day. Today's Monday, the 29th, people. We are in a new time, and a new moment, a new era in life, and things are changing fast. So, are you changing with the whole motion? There's a lot of things going on in the world today, a lot of topics going on. I just want to say before I get started, if you're on Facebook, right, and you have not gone over to my page, like it really is with Bamboo and Friends, and if you haven't subscribed to that page, please, if you can go over there and subscribe to that, I appreciate you. Hit that bell, and you can be the first person that gets, uh, our videos as we put them up, and it's important, to have that kind of support. We appreciate you for that. Um, Also, want to let you know about our morning show, uh, Early Morning Buzz with Bamboo, which starts usually at 8 o'clock, 8 a.m. But we are trying to change that time up a little bit. This morning we came on like 7 a.m. So, sometimes we do some things different, but we do appreciate having you around and being part of that too as well. Um, all right. So, earlier today we got into a couple of topics, a couple of situations, and some conversations about things that are transpiring in our communities and in the world today. Um, one of the conversations that we had was kind of interesting. We brought up a topic um, about this gentleman here. Not not brought up the topic, but we talked about this gentleman, Jesse Smollett, right? And this gentleman is his trial starts today, or earlier today it started, and this is the guy that said that some guys had attacked him, and because he was gay and all of this stuff. Um, I just thought that was kind of crazy. Just someone of his stature to do things like that. I think that definitely wasn't a right thing to do. It wasn't positive at all. Um, and I don't know what it is. I don't know if we're living in a world of, you know, people just doing things, without thinking. I don't know whether it's in the water. I don't know what it could be, but whatever it is, it's terrible, and it's not working. But yeah, so there's a lot of controversy around this guy. Let me make sure I got my Facebook people in here. You guys, Facebook, what's up? Uh, how you doing, guys, over there? Good evening. Came in a little late, but we're working on a lot of stuff in the background. There's a lot of stuff that has to be done, and there's not a lot of time to do it. So, a lot of research, a lot of interviews, so just hang in there and stick with us. So subscribe to our channel, of course. And if you're up in the morning times and you want to you know pop us on, do that. We play some music, we do a little exercise, um, kind of try to get you guys motivated for your day. All right. So again, this Relay guy, I don't know what's his deal, but we're gonna have to see what transpires in that situation. Okay, all right. So we have our guest in that house today. Um, this young lady, I call her a young lady because she's a young lady. We're all young in the world today. She's straight out of Miami. She's actually sitting on the dock of the bay, you know, watching the tides roll away. And she's works on a radio show. She's out there doing her thing, trying to make things happen for herself, trying to, strong individual, very positive energy, great heart, ladies and gentlemen. Where's my white people when you need them? Hey, Lisa, how you doing today? How's it going?
Hey, Bamboo. I always love, what a great intro you always give me. It's fantastic. Thank you so much for the love and support. I appreciate you. How you doing? Hey,
Um,
Bamboo.
I'm hanging in there, one day at a time, trying to make the make things work, That's
It's
about it.
good to see you. How was your Thanksgiving?
Yeah, it was interesting.
Yeah?
It's always interesting, nothing too special. Just sit back and watch the stars, you know.
Hey,
That's about it. That's all you could do right about now. But
I love the stars. The star effect is, you
yeah,
really do good with the little background, graphics and all of your little side effects. I do notice it. And you do a great job, Bamboo. Thanks for letting
well,
me be a part of this platform. I appreciate you.
that's all good. I appreciate it. I'm not even gonna say anything about my background, but I have to work on it. But yeah, the gadgets and all that good stuff, it always helps out. We're trying to go to a next level with the show, and we're trying to do something different. and I'm doing just doing like some changes,
Hmm.
because I want to start like recording the shows. And I love live. I love that, be live with people. I love it, speaking to my people in the comments. um it's just a beautiful thing. Listen, can you get Facebook on your side there? Can you pull Facebook up at the same time?
I can pull it up on my phone.
Okay. Can you go? You're a friend on my page, ain't you?
Of course,
Okay.
absolutely.
If you can go to Facebook, right, that'll help me out because I'm having a little technical glitches over here. If you can go to
Okay.
if you can go to Facebook and just look on the page and see if I'm live, I appreciate you.
Okay, let me check that out for you. No problem.
Yeah. So
I
yeah.
see you got on your Beat Street shirt. I'm loving it.
Yeah, well, today's a special day, a day of information. So, I'm kind of going to drop some information today. And I felt the need to put on the shirt. I feel like it fits, I feel like it
Yeah,
just,
it's a good look. It's a good look.
thank you,
Okay, I'm
thank you.
on your page and you are live.
Okay, do we have any people that's on there yet as of yet? If they come on there, please let me know. That's the whole thing.
Okay, I'll
If
do
you
that.
see if you see any comments or anything, just don't feel free to barge in. And we want to communicate with everybody. We want to communicate with people on Facebook and YouTube at the same time.
Okay, great.
But
We've
you got
got
to,
Ethric Shock.
yes, yes, yes. That's my boy Shock. Yeah, you might have to turn down the volume though, mute the volume. But yeah, Shock. This show is something you might want to take a look at. This is going to be an interesting one for you, buddy. And it's going to be pretty informative for everyone else too as well. So, everyone
All
just
right.
sit back and relax. I just wanted to talk about a few things before we got started. There's a lot of, um, I don't know. And I don't know, maybe, I asked this question earlier, and maybe you can help me out. Okay. So, you know, I go out, I run into, a girlfriend, or, I meet somebody, and the person is wearing like long nails, long
Okay.
long eyelashes, all of this stuff, you know, um, just all done up,
Hmm.
and
Hair done, nails done, everything
ev-
big.
yeah, you know what I mean. The whole kit and caboodle, right? Now, I'm a very scary person. I'm very concerned. This is something that I have a concern about. Maybe you can help me out.
Ooh, that's scary looking.
Okay, so here we have, a situation of long nails. Um, you know, is that something? I mean, what what do you think about these long nails? What do you think about long nails like this?
Well, you see me, I'm kind of like a basic type of chick. I keep it natural. My nails, you don't even want to see my hands. I look like I've been working in the crop somewhere. But I mean, women are into their bling and their nails. I mean, you go into these nail salons, there's people sitting in there for hours waiting to get their nails and feet done, and the all of the add-ons, the tips, and the bling, the crystal, and all of that. Like, how do they like function with those things? I think it's a bit much. The eyelashes, because everybody know that ain't your eyelashes. Like, you know what I mean? You can't sleep in the things. The one time that I did this fashion show, so they made me all up and everything, and they put the lashes on me. I was like,
Uh-huh.
I couldn't, it was just too much,
It's too
and
much.
now that's all you see.
So I mean,
So
it, it's actually definitely trending right now. To have this kind of,
that's
it's definitely trending.
well,
You
you
know,
tell me, what's your opinion like when you see women like this? Do you think that's sexy, or do you find it to be like a turnoff?
Well, to be honest with you, I had like I had. Let me just say this. Um, I really don't like that kind of look. I don't like. I think it's a bit much. I think that we're following a trend, and it's a trend that's kind of going off into a tangent. Now, other people would beg to differ, right? Just like for instance, men. Men are this is what our men look like now. You know, you know, two earrings. I mean, all this is what the men look like now. And to me, I'm just a little nervous. I don't know. But I don't think that you need to have eyelashes like that can actually fly like fly away. I mean, I don't think I and I think you honestly, I just feel like you were doing a bit much. We're doing a bit much.
And those eyelashes, right? You can't even really sleep in them. Like women have to sleep a certain kind of way so that their lashes don't get jacked up. Like I was like, this is just way too much work, to be having this look. I was like, you mean I can't go to sleep like regularly? Oh, they're like, oh no, you have to sleep on your back because your lashes could end up falling in your eyes or some kind of crap,
What?
and then it'd be hanging off. And like I said, everybody knows they aren't your lashes. Because, like you said, some of these people's eyelashes are like big, huge things. And you're just like, and so
Yeah.
then you get used to your face looking like that. So, what happens when you take them off and you're back to your natural self? With me, what you see is what you get. I mean, I'm like real basic because I'd be thinking I look really bad on TV because you need makeup for television and whatnot in order to look good. But I'm just like I'm not about all that makeup and stuff. It's just
People are actually paying for it. I mean, they're actually paying for this kind of thing, and it's like it's not a problem for them.
yep, big
I mean,
paper. I've been in those nail salons, seeing them women. Like I said, those ladies have appointments booked back to back to back to back with people just coming in, getting their nails done, all those Swarovski crystals, the long claws, the all kind of different designs, gold, and all kind of stuff. It's big business in hair, makeup, nails, lashes. It's big business, and wigs. you know,
so
it's
would
big
you
business.
would you say would it be clear to you to say that that like we're kind of getting lost here?
Yeah, because people, it's like, who are you really? Who
Yeah.
are you really? Like why can't you be comfortable with your own beauty? Why? I mean, I'm all about enhancing it, and men are visual. Men are visual. They like to see beautiful women and beautiful things. But
Well, well,
you
I
know,
mean, I don't, I got to stop, kind of cutting there because men are visual, but I think men are just basically looking at a couple of things, and I don't know, I
but what
don't
are
know.
the couple of things that men are looking at? I mean,
Well, I'm
let's
not, I
school
don't want to,
us.
I don't want to get into all of that, but I'm just saying, they're just looking at certain things. They're not, I don't know, I just feel like that, people are starting to pay for things and putting their money into things, and people are getting rich, behind our stupidity. I don't know. And do I
Well,
call
on the flip side, there's a lot of young entrepreneur women who are making a lot of money from providing these services. So on an entrepreneurial level, I've seen a lot of young women go into business, learning how to apply lashes, learning how to, the whole beauty industry is can be very profitable. I have seen a lot of I'm in advertising and radio, and we work with different types of people, and there have been numerous businesses that have been launched just because of the simple fact of wearing eyelashes. Lots of women are, I mean, they have all kinds of eyelashes, mink eyelashes, and all kinds of extensions and all kind of stuff you can do, and eyebrow, enhancements, all kinds of stuff that they have out there. I'm just amazed at all of the things that women do for aesthetics. It's a big business. Botox. And how about this? I was kind of hanging out with this older guy in Cape Coral, whatever. So he was like, "Yeah, you got a lot of wrinkles. You should consider getting Botox." I was like insulted. I was like, "What? You're telling me I need to
Okay.
get Botox?" He was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go get a couple. I'm gonna go get some Botox so I could get rid of the crow's feet around my eyes." And this is a man. So, everybody is into the aesthetic beauty. Everybody is into visual effects, even men. Here is a
Yeah.
man, in his, 70s or late 60s, 70s, telling me I needed to get Botox and that he was doing it as well. And, he didn't see what was the problem. But I was kind of insulted. Like, how you going to tell me I need to get Botox? You know what I mean? Like, really? I'm not getting botulinum and toxins, you know, injected into my skin so that I don't have wrinkles. If I have wrinkles, I got wrinkles. I'll try to moisturize better and hydrate, whatever. I don't think I'm ready for Botox, but I know a lot of sisters that's out there getting Botox. I know a lot of people that's getting, Restylane and fillers, even men. I mean, would you do something like that? You're in media, you're in television, and it's all about aesthetics. Would you be open to um having some Botox or wrinkle removal or plastic surgery as a man?
You know, I have to be thankful, right? That I come that I come from a family that we stay young and we don't, we kind of have to worry about that. But eventually, yes, there is some things that will happen to your skin. But I don't think that the only thing that I really worry about, is I don't like the gray, you know,
Yeah, that gray, man.
I don't like the gray, but because whatever else is gonna happen, you know, I'll let it happen. If anything, I'll invest into something that's gonna keep me strong, you know, that's gonna keep me in the game. I don't care what I look like as long as I'm strong,
Right.
and because men when they after they get a certain age, they're not as strong as they used to be, So I would, if I had money, I would invest my money in more strength, you know, and if that means that I have to open up a line of special pills that'll give a man strength, then I'll do so, you know.
Well,
But
you'll still be strong. You'll still be strong. You have to work
yeah,
out and maintain the body. The body's a temple. There's a lot of strong men still, out
yeah,
there. It's not
and
just, you can be old and still be strong, is what I'm saying.
yeah, nah, I don't think that I like people that much to make those changes. I mean, look at this one here. You know,
That's what I'm talking about.
you know,
They be all falling off and stuff. And like I
yeah.
said, when I had on those lashes, my eyes were tearing. They were, it was hot. Like I felt like a drag queen. You know what I mean? I was like, this is just not me. I looked in the mirror and was like, who is this person that I'm looking back at? Because all this makeup and all this extra hype stuff, and the thing with it with me is that you get used to your face having all those enhancements. So what happens if you got to take it off? Then it's all
Well,
embarrassing. Like, look at that left, right look. That's crazy.
listen, well, if somebody looks like that, I'm gonna turn around and start running. That's number one. All right, that I'm gonna run as fast as I can. That's number one. Next thing, if I see somebody that is looking like that, I'll definitely ask them if we can. I'll put her on in front of if it's snowing, maybe I'll put her in front of a ski or something. Use her face as a wing. I don't know, but
Well, we
nah, that
have we've got some comments on Facebook. We have Indy Williams. She's chiming in about the trends. She says they go with the trend instead of how they look. Some of the ladies be looking like a peacock, but don't care because that's what this decade is into right now. Yeah, that's very true, Indy. We appreciate your comments. Thank you for your feedback because some of these girls, it's just so superficial, and they think that the men think that it's hot, but they really be talking about you in your lace front wigs, the big nails. You see Bamboo on here, he's all like, what's up with the nails? Like, I think men are visual. They like to see a visually attractive woman, but they also want it to be real. They want
Mhm.
who you are, like, when they wake up with you in the morning, like, is it the same person or is all this visual effects?
Yeah,
So
and it doesn't take a lot. You know what I'm saying? Put a little lip gloss on your lips. Put some cocoa butter on your lips. Don't come at nobody.
cocoa butter.
Keep on doing it for a long time, but don't come at nobody looking like this. Don't talk about, can I get some Chinese food looking like this, or can you pay my phone bill looking like this? I mean, this is definitely. I mean, people are looking at us like, what the hell is wrong? What is wrong? What is wrong? What is wrong? Come on, listen.
Yep.
I'm not
But it's
one to.
also big business. It's big business. There's a lot of people making money off of all these ladies going to getting these lashes, nails, hair done, nails done, everything big. It's
Well,
business. So I can't be mad at the women that are out here profiting off of these women that, think that these big lashes and everything are a good look.
no, no, we gotta save somebody today. I'm sorry, we gotta save somebody today. There's
I
somebody out
say,
there. There's somebody out there that needs to be saved. I'm telling you right now. Don't play yourself. Do not
well,
play
you're
yourself.
hearing it. You're hearing it firsthand. That's why I kind of wanted, to hear a man's perspective,
Yeah,
because a lot of women spend all this money going out here getting all this stuff done, but really at the end of the day, y'all be talking about women with the lace
yeah,
front wigs and the long nails, and they be thinking they looking hype and good, but y'all be like really,
yeah. Now, at
you know?
least, at least wear some hair that actually attaches to your head. Like, what I'm saying? Don't be, you got this thing that could just come right off. I mean, that is, that when those kind of situations happen, that's a problem, okay? Because I want to stay strong, in my life. So you need to stay strong, so we can enjoy life. You know, yeah, nah, seriously, seriously, like,
Oh, it ain't nothing but a little bit of add-on hair,
yeah,
What's
nah,
wrong with a little bit of add-on hair sometimes? You know what I'm saying?
no.
But I'm just saying, keep it real. You know,
Listen,
let your man know who you really are.
listen,
Like
tell
at the
me,
end of the day, when the lights go off, is it
tell
still
me.
me or is it Memorex?
Listen, the only thing I'm asking is tell me, okay? Tell me that this is an add-on. Say, okay, honey, tonight we're gonna spend the night tonight, but just remember, I got my ponytail on tonight. Don't
Yeah, don't be pulling it off.
right? Exactly. You know, it's when you don't tell somebody, and and then they,
Oh,
situations
this is
happen.
interesting subject matter.
No, it's a real. It's real
What,
because
when the
people
ponytail is laying next to you on the pillow, does it distracts you?
no
What's up?
don't listen. Don't just go get any wig. Okay, don't go to the 99-cent store, Walmart, and go get a wig.
Ladies, they be talking about you wearing them lace front wigs. Guys hate the lace fronts. I work with a lot of men. They be talking about us with the lace front wigs. I don't wear lace front wigs. Don't know how to do that, all that. But I know a lot of sisters that be thinking they looking hot in them lace front wigs. The guys hate them. They hate the lace front wigs. They talk about y'all. She got on a lace front. They don't, you think they don't know? It's a
Oh
lace
wait,
front.
wait. Is that the one when they press on the
They
neck?
glue it on a
No, no, wait. Some of those okay, because but the thing and problem is the ones that pull all your hair back, right? Some people go get their hair braided, right? And they actually don't you have too much forehead. You know what I'm saying? Don't no, seriously, don't go to the Africans. You know they're gonna pull your hair. You know it's gonna hurt. They're gonna pull it all the way to the membrane, and then you're gonna be looking like Pee
I
Wee
don't say
Herman.
the Africans. I think anybody that does braids just be, you're in for brutal pain. If you decide you want to get braids or locks, I got Reiki locks for my birthday, in July.
Right.
Man, my scalp was killing me. I was like, I don't know how people could walk around with all this heavy ass hair. Oops, excuse me.
Yeah.
I don't know how people could do it. My scalp was like throbbing, like dong, dong, dong. It was so painful. Like I had little red things in my scalp. It was too much for my little fine hair. Like,
Yeah.
and
And guys, listen, guys. This is we can't do this. I mean, listen. I love you guys to the best. Yeah, I appreciate you guys. But listen, when you start feeling like you're putting on a set of earrings, okay, that's when it's not good. See, back in the days, and we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about back in the days. You know, back in the days, the guys had one earring, right? One earring on one side, and that was it. You know, we had the nameplate with our name, and that's it. That's what we did. We didn't go any further than that. Come on, guys. What are you doing? Look at this. Come on, come on. I mean, listen, I'm not knocking the trend, okay? He's showing too much teeth and he's got earrings, okay? This
yeah,
is
but
this
his earrings are diamonds. The point is, he's wearing a
listen,
couple carats in each ear.
listen, I don't care if he put a carrot, a real carrot in his ear. Okay. I don't, I just think that guys, we need to think about that. Oh man, let me get off this topic before somebody comes at me. I don't know. And ladies, just before we go, I love your nails, okay? But listen, I know if your nails are not clean, or if your nails are long like that, then I know that something is not really clean very well. And so I don't know, not unless you have a commode.
I don't know.
Um,
Well, what does that mean? I don't understand. Well, what is not clean very well if you got long nails? What does that mean?
okay, so let me just ask you a question. If you had nails like this and you had to do a number two, you know, how do
Oh my.
how do you clean yourself with this thing? What do? You poke yourself at the same time? I mean, do you put the tissue at the tip of the nail? I don't know. Do you take them off and put them back on? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to find out.
Now, come on now. I'm sure there has to be a way. I mean, you get used to it once. I mean, if because I gotta admit, I have an aunt who has really naturally long nails like that, and she's
Really?
clean. She's able to use the restroom, and I don't know if they're to that length, but they're pretty long,
Is she
and she's
married?
real functionable with those nails.
Is she married?
Well, she has a long-term relationship for over 25 years, so might as well be.
No, but I'm saying, is she married?
She was, but they just she just hanging.
Yeah.
Well, is that a
I
saying
don't know.
something?
I don't
Like if
know.
she didn't have the long nails, would she be married?
She's hanging like them nails. I don't know, but no, I don't. Listen, I'm just being funny, but I'm just saying that I just think it's a bit much. I think that our women are doing too much, our men are doing too much, and we need to take it easy and take it down
But
low.
my fiance had two earrings, and I mean, this was like back in the '90s. He was rocking two earrings back then. So I don't know.
Uh, you know,
Guys like, he was like real flamboyant. He liked the gold bling, rocking the big hoops. He used to wear like a big hoop like Prince. You know what I mean? Like I was like, that earring's kind of big, but
well, to each his own. How about that one?
right.
To each his own.
That's true.
Everybody has their way. Like I remember, um, what's that guy that used to live in Mount Vernon that that sung the song with Heavy D and what was his name? I forget his name. I'll be sure. Right. So I
Oh,
knew
not
Al.
Al B. Sure.
Right. So
He be looking like Tune Room. Tune Room looks like Al B. Sure.
yeah. So I'll be sure. I'll be sure. Before he got famous, he used to be walk around Mount Vernon dressing like really different. So I mean,
Really?
yeah, it was like he was almost grunge. He,
Oh, he was grunge Al B. Sure?
yeah,
Do
it was
tell
like
the
yeah,
story.
yeah. No, he was very different. But a lot of people that are different are talented. you know. So we don't. I don't want to sit here and knock anybody. I'm just saying, long nails. You're not making my hamburgers. Long nails. You know, I just you're not just making my potato salad. Okay, I have to. There's things that you have to.
Wash your hands. I mean, you can still wash your hands and your nails can be sanitary.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you're taking the funny away from everything. I'm trying to be funny, and you over here making it look human.
I'm
Yeah,
just like, you know.
yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, you're right. You're right. It probably could, but just imagine, when they rushing and you gotta, you have to wash your hands. Okay, there's no, honey, I just ran. I had to hurry up and cook, so I didn't get a chance to wash my hands. So you definitely got to do that. Anyway, let's move on.
Anyway,
Let's
next
move on.
location.
Yeah, yeah. So listen, I was looking on the line and I was checking out this family and I was saying that they're very multicultural. This family here, Madonna, I have to give her credit. She has adopted, all these black and brown, kids, and she's actually very colorblind. And I heard earlier I was speaking. Oh, you know what? I didn't go to comments. I'm so sorry, everybody. I'm here now. Okay, so Zamila is in the building. Hey, Zamila.
Hey, Zamilla.
Yes, 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 yes. Jamila says, "You are beautiful, Lisa." Yes,
Oh,
yes,
thank
yes.
you, sis. How was the date with the cop?
Uh-oh, we're gonna get back to that one.
Okay.
Uh yeah, yeah. So step your shirts up in the building. Peace and blessings, my brother. Yeah, definitely. Um Jamila also says Viagra. Laugh out loud. Yeah, well, again, I would definitely rather have that problem than any other problem and deal with that. I would put most of my money towards that. I would not do any reconstruction on my face. As long as I'm powerful around my waist. Okay.
So would
Okay.
you get lipo like LL? Because your cousin Wendy was one of the main people that exposed LL for getting plastic surgery. Like everybody thought LL was all working out and everything. She exposed it. He was getting lipo. He wasn't really working out. It was all in the, it was physician ordered. How you feel about, because, you know, men be trying to get those, six pack abs and all of that. How you feeling about that? You wouldn't get a little nip tuck to make yourself look more sexy? You wouldn't get a little lipo like L?
Well, that's a very interesting conversation. Even though we was talking about Madonna, but I'll get in.
Oh,
I'll get
yeah, I'm
back.
just sorry.
I'll get back into that. Um, I definitely let's take this picture away real quick while we're getting into that. I
Sorry.
no 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 it's okay. Um, when I get something nipped and tucked uh, uh, on the face, I don't really think so. I don't think that I would because then I would become a robot and then I would not be myself. You know, Now, if down the weight, my waist strength and my hip strength and all of that strength, I would invest in that. I would want to be very bionic. I would, I would love to the women to love me and adore me at my older age. And I would want to be the, you know, be just be there and be loved and cared for. I'm not going to go any further than that. Anyway, let's go back
Mm.
to Madonna and her family, which is
Yes, Madonna. I
excellent
love
family.
Madonna. She's our generation. Love her.
Yes, yes, yes. She's definitely your generation, and we appreciate her. She's definitely she's got a lot of Milano kids. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, it's like these kids, no matter what, their lives are set for the rest of their lives. They should be fine. You
Yeah.
know. Now the young boy on the other side with the yellow pants and the white on, and with the white whatever he's got going on, I don't know what that's about. Um, and I don't know why Madonna's dressed like Broomhilda from. I don't know what's going on with that one, but more power to that sister and blessings to her for what she's done. For
But
people.
how do you feel about that? Because a lot of celebrities will adopt, ethnic children, and they sometimes get a lot of feedback, flack about it because African American people are sometimes like, why is it always necessary that the white person, the white family has to come in and rescue this African American child and give him a better way of life when a African American family could give them the same with their cultural values and you know um heritage as well. A lot of non-ethnic people that adopt black or brown children sometimes get that type of feedback because a lot of people don't agree with the interracial adoptions. What are your views on it?
Well, basically, my view is that you have to really look realistically, right? Um, you know, let's look at our history. Let's look at what has happened to African American melanated people. We've come from this. This is where we've come from, right? Not to mention that we've come from some of us who are already here, some of us, from Africa, but this is the Bronx, right? And living in the Bronx, it can be a struggle. This is what a lot of people don't see. And then they wonder about the history of hip hop, and we're going to get into all of that too as well. And how hip hop transformed and changed people's lives and things like that. Really take a look at what you're looking at right now. A lot of people don't understand that this is the way it used to be. All right. This is the way it used to be as a kid. This is what the buildings look like. It was a sense of anguish, a sense of anger, but also a sense of family, right? And so going back to what you're saying, right? You were saying, am I upset about that? No, I'm not, because I mean it's giving those kids a chance. Anytime you take a kid out of an environment and you give them something better, you're giving them a chance. And I think that's a great thing. Now, do they know how to raise a black child?
Right.
I don't know if they are very skilled at that, but that's when you have to really get some new black friends. You know, you're gonna have to get some black friends. You know, and I'm glad you made that comment because it actually segues into what I'm talking about. This hip hop lifestyle and where we've come as a people, and where we're at right now today, and that's
Right.
really the meaning of this platform today. Um, Now, as it comes from my eyes, right? And I show you these pictures, right? I remember these places, these days, right? And this was a time when the recession was overwhelming. Just imagine block cheese, having to get government cheese. People are like, let's compare to what's going on right now, with the young kids now, and what has gone on in the past. Did they have this kind of situation? Did they suffer with having to be in the hood and living in this kind of environment where there's rats and roaches inside your apartment in the building? Did they ever have to go through anything like this? Okay, this is where a lot of people don't actually see, and they don't understand. And when you don't understand, you don't have the information, and then you don't know, right? So when we talk about the domino effect and why are some people the way they are and why some people have this anger, some people come from this type of lifestyle, this type of growing up in this kind of environment. I mean, look, as kids, it was like okay to be hanging out in a dump. It was okay. It was okay to hang out in a dump because you had friends there. You had friends there, people that you can, get your wild Irish rose, your wild Irish wine, your beer, your old English, and you sit down there and you drink. And some people may have had more problems in their family than others, but it was another time. Look at this. You know, there was times when hip hop came and we walked around with radios like this.
Yeah. Radio Raheem.
Yeah, I mean,
with your with your D batteries, right?
yeah. But this is when when you walked in the streets, you would hear music everywhere. Is anybody on Facebook chiming in? You can cut me off at any time.
No,
So
we're good on Facebook. Indy Williams is still riding with us,
okay,
and
just look at
we're doing all right on Facebook.
okay, sounds good. It's all good. People come back and watch it. Remember
Yeah.
in the section where it's hearts, it says hearts and likes and stuff. Those people are on there too. So
All
we want to
right.
give them a shout out as well.
Mm-hmm.
So listen, again, people, to understand hip hop and how it came about. It came about, like young kids in this kind of environment hanging out with nothing to do but be together. It was the best thing to be together with each other, and some people cut school and they spent time with each other because it was fun. It was fun. It was real. Somebody would walk around with their big box with their Jerry curls. That's when the Jerry curls used to be out. You know, uh, different hairstyles were came about. You
Mm-hmm.
you really have to know where you came from in order to know where you're going. I mean, this was New York City, the Bronx. This is why hip hop came from the Bronx because it was so real. It was so real. It was such a struggle. Okay, look at this box. This box is a historical box. You know, we wanted to let people hear the music. We wanted to break dance. We wanted to dance and show that we had talent. And where people, when you go home, your mother and your father would be like, "Oh, what are you doing? Oh, what are you break dancing? That's not going to get you anything." But it was a way to get away. At that time, it was a way to get away and be a part of something and hang with your friends and just kind of take the tension off of life, you know. And the trains back in the days, they were different. They were different. They were all tagged on. The whole thing was you put your name on the train and everybody would know you. by because everybody sits on the train and they read the names. So this is what it was. And this here was the graffiti where graffiti artists would go into the train stations while they were closed. Very dangerous thing, because you're dealing with live wires, you're dealing with police that come and chase you down. you know um there's just a whole lot involved in that. And this is where the hip hop was created, and this is where it started. You can't have hip hop without breakdance and a DJ. And those people that were actually there, like myself, had a chance to experience it hands on.
This is a wonderful footage that you have of, you know, original graffiti and, the old school hip hop as it relates, because we all know that hip hop, graffiti, it all originated in New York. Like, New York is the place where it all began for hip hop, breakdancing, and graffiti. And, I can only imagine what it must have been like back in the day to see those trains rolling by with, the different graffiti names, on the trains. Like, how long did the graffiti last on the trains? Would it last a long time? Would they immediately take it down, or would somebody come and bomb it and, go over what the other people did? Or did people respect the artwork? How did they handle it when, the trains got graffiti? Did they just let it be that way for a while, or would they immediately take down the graffiti?
Well, you know what? I think that at that time, I think that a lot of people, really didn't care after a while. I think they tried to paint it, but every time they painted it, someone would come back and spray paint on it again. And so after a while, they just let it be what it is, and
Wow.
it just became a art, somewhere where you can do art and express yourself. And yes, there were people that would come and just like in the movie Beat Street, people would write on your mural, or disrespect your mural. It was like that. You know, but we weren't trying to kill each other. We didn't go get a gun and shoot you. You
Right?
know, it was a different kind of world. It was a different kind of energy. Um, Now, one thing that we would do is if you did have a fight with somebody, you would have a fight. I mean, you would fight hands. Sometimes you have a chain, but see, you got to also remember back in the days. We're talking about. There was a lot of gangs. There was a lot of gangs out there. Okay, you had the Savage Nomads, you had the Zulu Nation, you had the Chingalings, you had the Latin Kings. I think they were out there. The Familiars. The Savage Nomads. I said that, yeah. And and it was so crazy that look, you had the Guardian Angels protecting the train stations at a time. Because it was
Mhm.
so bad with crime. Look at it now; it's bad with crime. You know, so
Are
again,
the
this
Guardian Angels still around all these years? I remember the Guardian Angels back in the day because I'm from Philadelphia originally, and they had a big movement in Philadelphia. The Guardian Angels were no joke. They sometimes were more powerful than the police. I remember the Guardian Angels. Are they still in existence, and are they still active in New York? I don't think they're as active in Philadelphia as they once were.
Yeah, no, you're they are active, and actually, I just ran into Curtis Sliwa, which is the leader of the Guardian Angels. He was at a festive event somewhere in Manhattan, and he was just hanging out, playing the carnival, just getting involved, regular person, but he did have his people guarding the area. Um, he definitely was active, and Guardian Angels is active. So yes, they are active. Yes.
That's good to know. I mean, they were really quite a force in a movement, you know, back in the 90s, I know in the Philadelphia area. And they used to patrol the subways and, rougher areas and just make sure people were safe. So it's good to know that they're still around. That's awesome.
Yeah, no, no, definitely they're still around, and which is cool. But again, I guess the point is this, I'm trying to tell people is that, this time that we're talking about, this era that we're talking about, it's never going to come back, right? And your time now, you may be young, and you're experiencing things. You better enjoy it, right? Because it's never going to come back again, right? And just like there's concrete on the ground, there'll be new people that's going to walk across that concrete. You know, we're just people passing through. This is Crazy Legs, a break dancer from back in the days. Look at the way we dress back there. Look at the cutoff jeans. You know, look at the way that people were dressed in these days, and it was a poor time. People were poor. I mean, people. I mean, there was some people that used to wear their clothes, continuously, over and over again because they didn't have clean clothes. You know, so we have to give the props to and if we're going to give props, we have to go all the way back and give everybody props. I mean, they give their country singers props, right?
Absolutely.
So
I think
yeah.
it's great that you're recognizing, original hip hop, original graffiti artists, original DJs, the real, the real history of hip hop we know started in New York. And you were like, it's kind of part of our generation that we grew up with. And I think it's great that you're remembering this platform. And I can't remember that guy's name in the black sunglasses on this picture, but he used to be on MTV. What was his name? I,
uh
I believe that's him.
Fast by Freddy.
Yes, I remember him,
Right.
So it's really good looking back at, some of these pictures because I s- like, you know, we are original hip hop, our generation, Generation X. Like we came up with it. There was not hip hop. It was developed while we were coming up. Like we know all the original artists. We know Curtis Blow. And I'm sure you even know even more people than I do because you're from New York. So when I know like the more commercialized rappers, but I'm sure growing up in New York, you have had to be exposed to just so many different rappers, graffiti artists, DJs, all of those legends of hip hop are like right there in your backyard, and you probably know them all, hanging out in
Well, well,
Yonkers and Brooklyn and all the places you've been.
well, the thing is that yes, I mean, I've hung out with a lot of people. Actually, you guys got to tune in, right? Because I have somebody coming on. Um, okay, I have a gentleman that's going to be performing. And his well, not performing. I have Little Rodney C. Do you have me on somewhere else? No, right? Maybe not. Okay. All right. So we have a special guest that's going to be coming in. This is Little Rodney C. I don't know if you ever heard of this gentleman. He is a member of the Funky Four plus one more. Um, he is also was in the movie Wild Style, um, where he was in a group called Double Trouble, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, he will be here this week. I'll have him on the platform. That's him and Rakim. So we're going to interview him, and we're going to talk about the things that he's got going on right now.
That's awesome.
So we definitely stay plugged in to the old school funky 4+1 more. Remember, look at the clothes, everybody. Look at the time. Look at the concrete. Okay, that concrete is still here. It's just different people on the concrete, right? So what you're doing, is everything that happens in the world is a reason for it. Okay, I'm so sorry for not looking. Okay, I'm back in the chats with you guys. Zamila says, with long nails like that, better have a bitted. What is a bitted? Oh my goodness, that's a rough one. What's a bitted?
I don't know what a bit it is. Kind of, I need clarity on that one myself. Maybe it's a typo.
Something.
I don't know
Okay.
what that means.
Well, maybe Jamil can come back and enlighten us on that. Um, okay, so Jamil also says, what does it look like now? Okay, I'm a little late, so you guys got to kind of maybe refresh me on what does it look like now. Nita is in the building.
Hey, Nita H.
How you doing, Nita? How's he doing? All is well. She says all is well. Spending more time with mom.
I was gonna say, how's mom?
Yeah. Blessings to you. Blessings to you. I knew you was kind of busy doing things, so I just sent you a text to just see how you're doing and see if you're still there, checking up on each other. That's what we do.
That's
Right?
nice.
We check up on each other, make sure everybody's doing okay. And
Absolutely.
that's what it's all about. So, so once again, for everyone that's out there, that's looking at time, right? Because time waits for no one, and no one waits for time. And and all you young people, right? When you look back at stuff like this, sometimes it could be boring, and then you could be falling asleep because it's boring. Like, man, I don't want to hear nothing about this. It's a boring situation, you know. But just like the other nationalities have their history, so do you. And sometimes it's good to check up on your history. Okay, places like the T Connection. This is where rap started. Now, I'm not saying that rappers nowadays are the best rappers, the old school rappers, but they're the old school rappers. The music they played back in the days, it hit, it popped back then. It meant something to us, you know. Um, yeah, so I just wanted to let you guys, look at that, and also look at, all these the way we used to dress, the corn braids in the hair, you know, um, you know, how the part this is at the T Connection, I think, how the parties used to be, you know and there was always somebody in there that was going to exploit our hip hop, and that's what happened. Our hip hop got exploited. It really did. And
Why? How? In what ways do you feel that hip hop has been exploited?
well, from the beginning, I just remember, the people coming into our communities and asking about, wanting to see what we did, wanting to film us. They always wanted to film us. They came into our hood, and then they offered us stuff. When they filmed us, they offered us stuff. And nine
Like
out of
what? What would they
all,
offer you to film you? Did they ever offer you money, or was it just like, t-shirts and stupid stuff? What types of things did they offer you?
well, they offered us to go into commercials. You know, um, to do interviews. You know, um, once you got connected with a certain, you know, a click, then you were good, you know, and you had to know somebody. You just couldn't, be just come into the click just like that. You had to know somebody, and you had to be good, So it's uh it's a lot, But what I'm trying to say is that I want to just look at where it started from, and as we go into the interview with my good brother, right? Um, um, you know, hopefully, he'll be able to tell his story. Zamila says the Bronx. That's right. Yeah. Show us pictures of you. You're funny. Yeah, no, I have a couple of them. I have a couple of them, but I have to have them queued up though. Zamila, I'm glad you made it back home safe and sound. Yes, are you traveling for Christmas? If not, go to the city and spend time with our brother Mo. I'm sure it will be a blast. Nita is a mess. Nita is a mess. She's starting already. Well, you know what, Zamila, you're always welcome to come and hang out. Nita, you're always welcome to come, and you can bring your family. All you are welcome to come to New York. I will show you a good time. Trust me. Also, if you speaking of coming to New York, if anyone wants to come to New York and if you want a bike tour, hit me up. Give me a call. Um, I'll leave my email in the chat, and also if oh goodness gracious, if you want to call in, you want to. Boy, I'm going through it.
So Bamboo, you're still going to be doing these bike tours in the winter months?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, why not?
You
So what do
know,
you do when you do the bike tours? Like, give us some information. What do you see? What areas of New York will people be able to be exposed to, and what are you going to be seeing during these bike tours with Bamboo? It's
okay,
great
so
information. People might want to
oh,
book it. It's the holidays.
okay, so here's the situation, right? One thing you have to understand and know is that you're in great hands with me. Okay, you don't have to worry about getting robbed, none of that stuff. You're safe with me. That's
Because
that's
New
number
York
one.
can be very intimidating. You need to like be with
Yeah,
somebody that knows what's going on because there's a lot of moving parts in New York. I'll let you know.
yeah, you're safe with me. And as long as you fill out these forms that clear me of anything, we're gonna be good. That's that's number one.
The liability waiver.
Yeah, we're gonna have to definitely have that done. And listen, whatever you like, right? Whatever you're into, right? If you want to have caviar, I know a place where they serve caviar. If you want to have truffles, I can show you a place where they serve truffles. If you like, if you want to go to Little Italy and find the best Italian cookies and the best Italian pizza, I know the place you can go to. If you want soul food and you want some ribs and some collard greens and some, I'll bring you to the place where you need to go. If you want to go to a play or a show, you let me know. We can ride the bikes. We'll park the bikes. You go watch the show. Come back out. I'm out there. I'm outside with the bikes. Let's go.
What if you want to go Rockefeller Center and ice skating and all that, the tree and all of that stuff?
Everything, everything. Let me tell
Because
you something.
did they put up the big tree in New York yet? Is it up?
Listen,
The
I'm telling you,
Rockefeller tree?
it's probably up already. But I have some footage of some stuff that's going on in Manhattan. Sometimes I wonder, why am I sitting in here? Why am I sitting here? There's so much things going on in Manhattan. It's crazy, you know. But listen, I would suggest that you guys come out here now. They got these shirts that light up. They got these really nice shirts that light up. while you're wearing them and to the music of your stuff there. But yes, bless you, Zamila. Love to you. Listen, listen, guys. Listen, do me a favor, right? This is where I need your help. There's some things going on outside, right? And I want to show you guys the things that's going on outside. It's going to be crazy, right? But the only problem is this: I need at least 100 subscribers. Shoot, I need 1 million subscribers, but I'm just asking for 100 right now. So if you can take the minute, take a moment, and come out of this and go over there and subscribe to Like It Really Is with Bamboo and Friends. Hit that bell. You'll be notified anytime our shows come on in the at any time of the day. Again, we have a morning show that we have around 8 o'clock, 7 a.m. in the morning. I'm definitely looking for a co-host for that show. For you early birders. I know there's some early birders out there. So if you are a person that gets up early in the morning and you want to co-host and you want to jump into the business, come on, let's go. I got you. I got you. I got you. And so before I keep going, I just want to what do you think about everything as far as this history, this stuff that we're talking about, as far as the history of hip hop and the lifestyle that we lived, you know, years ago, and comparing it to where we are right now.
Well, we grew up with hip hop, like I said. Our generation birthed hip hop. We are the original. I love Queen Latifah. I was just listening to all of that old school, because I'm marketing the Queen shirts with, Tone Roan and I Am Unlimited. So, I've been rocking all the Queen Latifah old school music. And it's just like, that's what we grew up with. And it was rapping. It was happy music. It wasn't all like robbing, killing, shooting. And, I can see how the music has evolved to a whole different phase from when we were young. We was just out there rapping about, you make me feel like a burnt piece of bacon, like, but we wasn't going out there and like shooting and killing people, and it wasn't like all the violence that seems to be associated, as the years went going on, as hip hop progressed, it became, East Coast, West Coast thing, and New York versus LA, and Biggie versus Tupac, and it just became really like a violent type of scene. So I mean, I've seen the change in hip hop from when it originally was birthed to where it is now, and there are some concerns. There are some concerns
Yeah, no,
from what I see.
that's a fact. That's a total fact. Um, there are definitely some changes that have occurred in the matrix. I guess the thing I'm really trying to tell you guys is that what's going on right now is not your fault. If you think that it's your fault, and it's not our mother's fault. It's not my mother's fault. My mother, brought me into this world, and I have to live my life the way it's necessary, that I see fit, that I'm supposed to live my life. Um, like I said, for a parent, a single parent, a single mother in those days, the struggles that a single parent had to go through, just having to go to work and preparing, um, different things for your boys, um, worrying when you go to work, and your kids are at home. Is somebody going to jump them? Are they going to get shot? Or they're going to get into a fight? Now, the shooting wasn't really as prevalent back then, but there were fights, and stuff like that. Stabbings with I mean, there was this real serious gangbangers did that, but it was really hand to hand, stuff like that. So I guess the point that I'm saying today, people, is that when you look at where we were then, right, and we know that we were unhappy back then. And then we look at now, right? And it's because a lot of these kids are unhappy. We have to, as a community, we need to stand up and start making a difference, you know, individually. And that's one thing that I wanted to stress on this platform is, you know, come together with me, you guys. Come together with me. Let's build a force. Let's build up something that's powerful that we can actually make a difference right here on Like It Really Is with Bamboo and Friends. Let's make a difference in somebody's life. You know, let's donate. Let's, as a group, let's donate. Let's come together as a family. Um, that's what I want for this program right here. I have a friend that's in Africa, a connection where I've always sent shoes out to Africa. Um, maybe we can do a big shoe drive. Maybe we could do something out here in Manhattan and Harlem. Okay, so again, if you're in the New York City area, here's something else that's going on. So you get the blessings are coming. The blessings are coming. I've just had a conversation with the cast and the filmer, the film facility of Friends, and we're working on partnering up with the Friends brand, and they're actually going to allow us to do our shoot inside their facility. Okay, so this means a lot, right? So this means
Yeah,
that, yeah, this means that we may have a place where we could put on our own shows. So
that's
young,
awesome.
yes. So young people, okay, if you have a young person that has talent, right? I left my email in the chat and I'll leave it in the comments. If you have a young person that has talent, please reach out to me, email me, and let me know. And we can begin the process of helping young people and watch us. Watch me build it up even more. This Savia organization, and you guys can actually sit with me and witness it as well. We're going to be doing a lot of outside stuff, so tune in and check us out.
How's everything going with the Sabir organization? And you might want to just let the listening audience know a little bit more about what you're doing with the youth and how you're trying to assist them. Because we have new people chiming in every week. So let's remind everybody about the Sabir organization and how they can, help you with your endeavors as it relates to your initiatives in working with the youth. It's very important.
Okay, so the Savia organization is not, it's not like other organizations. Uh, there are organizations that are out there that say they do things, but they don't really do things. We at Savia means Stop Anger, Unfold Violence, Educate, and Redeem. It's a step up program with a curriculum, with a curriculum. Okay, and that's very. I have to stress that, and that's very important. So we have a plan on how to handle your child, and we know how to deal with them when they first walk in the door until the day they walk out the door. And the other thing about it, Savia program, is that we never leave you. You leave us, but we never leave you. So there is an alumni and graduation at the end of the whole program, and then you get to be a part of that alumni, and you guys hang together and be each other's strength. Savia program is a community-based program. We don't get money from any government officials or anything like that. Everything that pays for Savia comes out of my pocket, or I get donations from people that are just putting blessings into my life so I can bless others. And so that's how that works. And if you want to find out more about the Savia program, um, again, on YouTube, it's Savia program, no space. There's a few videos up there right now. Um, We are working on a website, um, but we are here. We don't really use websites. We do a lot of work, so we're not about all of that. We're action. We go right directly to the situation. But we will have time to work on all of that, mission statement and all of that good stuff in the future.
I think it's awesome, like I said, that you are continually working with the youth. Now you may have access to this new building where you'll be able to produce shows and, further empower them about media and how to do their own productions. So, it's a really great opportunity. Are you currently accepting new students? Like, how would people go about being a part of your program, and what is required to enroll?
Well, see, when it comes down to the program, this program is for the person that is willing, right? You have to have known that you've made, these mistakes in your life, and you understand that you want to change your life around, right? This will be the process for you to get over the hump. And with all the connections that I have, I'm capable of actually helping to push them in directions like college if they want to go to college, opening up their business if they want to open up their own business, if they wanted to be a singer and be on Broadway, then I had that connection to go to that in that level of where they want to go. And but I also specify that education is important, because it's important to have some kind of skills. You can't just lean on one thing. You gotta do multiple things. How we doing in Facebook? Anybody over there? Yeah. Okay, so yeah, definitely we have to think about what you're doing. You're not a worker anymore. You're a boss. You know. So
Think like a boss.
that's it. So
And I
that's
think that's great that you're empowering children at a young age to be a boss. Because that's one thing about my parents is that they always told me that I could do anything that I wanted to do. All it took was one idea and you can make millions. So I always had that mindset. I always had that entrepreneurial mind because my parents birthed it in me in a young age. They were both entrepreneurs, so I watched them, but they also empowered me to know that I could be my own boss. And no, it's not always easy being your own boss, but I just feel like if children have the direction to go into entrepreneurship, they will. If you plant that seed, they, you know, is one thing about my dad is he was like you could be a boss or you could be a worker. Which do you want to be? And I always wanted to be a boss. I never really wanted to be a worker. You could create the jobs for other people or you could be the worker. Which one do you choose? And the way that I was raised was that you can always do whatever you want to do. If there's something that you're empowered to do, if you've got a gifting in something, then you nurture that. And I like what you're doing because that's what you're doing in this beer program with all of these children that you've been reaching out to over the years. You're nurturing their giftings and bringing it up to the surface and giving them the confidence to move forth and proceed. And because
yeah,
of that, I'm sure a lot of these children that you've worked with, I'm sure some of them are entrepreneurs and doing their own things, their own little video productions, their own little stuff, because you planted that seed in them young. So, just keep on with this Iberia program.
yeah.
Hopefully you'll be able to get, donations and funding to help you to continue to do this because it's greatly needed. You got to pour into the youth because they're our future and they just need somebody to say, yeah, you could do this. And I admire you, Bamboo, because you still do that. Not with just the youth, you do it with just people at large. Using this platform, you're empowering people, you're uplifting people, you're educating people, and you're trying to make a difference. So just keep on doing what you do.
No,
It's
I
good.
appreciate you. Zamila says, how many children in the program? Um, okay, so I have different divisions of this organization, and it's located in different areas. Newark, New Jersey, uh, uh, also Yonkers, the Bronx. We also have a division in France.
Wow.
Yeah, and so we have one in Manhattan too as well. And so with all these divisions that we put together, there's a continuous support team with these young people on a regular basis, even through COVID, right? And the the support team that we have continuously checks up on them along with me to make sure everybody's doing okay. Some of them actually are on here on our live right now and listening to what we're doing right now. So um,
That's awesome.
I continuously, try to set an example and let them see me in the light. Let them see me do what I ask them to do. And here I am. I'm in the front of the camera now. So no more hiding in the back. Um, I'm bringing it to the front.
That's right. Step forth. Come to the front. Don't stay
That's
in the
it.
back. And that's what you're empowering the children to do is come to the front and don't stay in the back. And you're empowering them to learn something different, change their lifestyle, and to make a better way for themselves. How do you interact with the parents? Like, how has it been? Do they have to sign some type of consent form, or how do you co-partner with the parents in this type of program?
Well,
How do
when it right when it comes down to co-partnering with parents, they have to sign forms. There is a same thing as far as privacy is concerned. Those things have to be um, put together in that whole plan. We have to cover ourselves, because this world is made up of people that some of them are for you, but then there's some that are not for you, and so you have to be careful because anything can happen. And so I continuously um, uh, allow the parents to stay involved. Uh, you know, so that also helps me to on the discipline level. Uh, you know, very less discipline. You know, but when the parents start acting up, that's a whole nother story. So do I go to France?
Mm.
Yes, I do. If necessary, but I haven't been there lately. Um, um, my partner out there is called. Her name is Bad Gal Cassie. Bad Gal Cassie, and she's a friend of mine. She's out there with the young kids out there, and they're doing different kinds of dancing out there. They're doing different kinds of dancing, and then coming together through dance. Because, like I said, this dancing is a tool to actually to heal these kids that are hurt. You have to give them something that they like, and you can't. You have to understand these kids. You have to understand them because um, you're not going to get to you're not going to be able to help them if you don't understand what they're going through. If you go into it like I'm a parent, I'm a parent, I'm a parent, I'm a parent, then then that's going to be another whole situation. So yes, Candy's friends, France is beautiful. Yes, it is. It sure is.
Cannes, France. I've been there. It's
Constant.
beautiful.
Yeah,
Yes, where they have the film festival. Cannes. It's a
right.
great place. Yeah. That's a pretty major connection to be over in France. And it sounds like you're still expanding, so that's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
How
no.
long is this a beer program? How long have you been doing it? How many years now?
I've been doing it I've been doing it in since 2011. But it's my organization. I've been helping, young people. The organization was first named Another Bad Creation. Um, I don't know if you ever seen Bell Biv DeVoe. That kind of that when he had Another Bad Creation, and but I was the first one with the name, and I was about bringing young people, from different nationalities, different areas together, and putting them, getting them involved, and making their dreams come true. So I've been doing this for a very long time, and it seems like some.
What's a very long time, Bamboo? For the people who don't know exactly just how long you've been in the business, what's a very long time? How long have you been doing this?
Oh man, since Ma, am I telling my age?
We've already told our
Is
ages.
that
You
what
can
it
go
is?
ahead and tell it again.
I'm scared. I'm scared.
Black don't crack.
Okay, well, I've been doing this since 1984, 1983.
So pretty much since you were a teenager, right out of high school, sounds like.
Yeah, yeah, I definitely took that road. Nita says my husband and I stayed a week in Cannes, visited Monte Carlo, Echt, etc. It was a blessing from God. Yeah,
Yes, it was beautiful. Yes. We went to Monaco as well. We saw Princess Grace House and where they do the movie festival and all that. Cannes, Francis. Very, very up high end, very exclusive, very nice. But I didn't stay there a week. I was on a cruise, so we just was in and out. But I got a great taste of it. Great experience. I
oh, Brent.
definitely tell people to travel internationally if they get the opportunity.
Yes, definitely. I mean, there's definitely a lot of places in France you can go to. Um, there's a lot of towns and cities like Limoges, um, Lourdes. Um, is you can also visit Saint Pierre Cathedral. A lot of people go around there, and do a lot of visiting. Um, don't let me start breaking down the French over here. Start popping up with French words over here. But it's just it's a really nice place. Um, Marseille, Marseille, something like that. I remember Marseille is a very nice place. Marseille. Don't get me to get my saying it right. It's just I'm not
I'll
good.
say it was good to do the European trip, the European travel. I did the Mediterranean. I did a 17-day cruise where we left from Italy and we did the Mediterranean and we did the transatlantic back into the United States. But I saw the European countries. Now I want to see the African American ones. I want to see Egypt. I want to see Africa. I want to see, um, where our people came from. And so, as this show grows, I'm in travel. You seem to be a very diverse person. Maybe we could start, doing trips to places like this to educate our people on a culture and the history of where we really came from. It wasn't France. It wasn't European. It wasn't Europe. You know, who are we? And I think it's important that if you do travel, make sure you put on your bucket list to do international travel where there's people from your culture.
Yeah,
I did the European thing. Now I'm ready to do a different type of travel. My next travel is going to be more conscious because I gotta say, when I did the transatlantic thing, I felt a certain kind of way being on that ship because it is the exact route that they took us in as slaves and brought us into the United States. So when I was on that transatlantic cruise ship, it was just something that I experienced as we passed by Africa
doing, cruising through the Mediterranean, I also was aware that that was the route that they took our ancestors and enslaved us and brought us to the United States. So, when you're doing these travel and going to these places, make sure that um find what's historically connecting to you. Like we saw the
Yeah,
Black
that,
Madonna.
that's crazy. Like, you get on a boat and you got the tour guide saying, ladies and gentlemen, we're going down to this river, and this is where the slaves, uh, were brought into America. Doesn't it look beautiful? And all of a sudden, handcuffs start to clink on everybody's hands, and then the person comes back and says, "Ladies and gentlemen, we're taking you back to Africa, but we're taking you back with handcuffs." Um, you know, I don't know. It's interesting. It's an experience. The culture, the information about our heritage is deep. It goes deep. It'll cut like a knife. You
Have you
know,
ever been to the African American Historical Museum in Washington D.C.?
have I
Man, I
been?
tell you, they have the whole display of the whole. They even have Emmett Till's, body in there in that museum. But they have a whole section where they have remnants of slave ships, where they have remnants of, all of that, and you can just feel, even centuries later, even in those pieces of artifacts, you can feel the oppression and
Yeah.
the heaviness and the
Uh,
weight. If you've never been to the African American Historical Museum in Washington, D.C., by the Martin Luther King Monument, I will advise everybody to go there. I mean, it's going to take you a couple days to even just to get through it, because it just goes through the whole African American history, starting from slavery to where we are now. And like when I was in the slavery part um of the museum, it was so heavy. Like you could feel the energy. It was just so heavy. I couldn't even take it. I was like, I'm tired of looking at this slave stuff. I don't even want to be down here anymore, because the energy was still there. Like they had, pieces of slave ships. They had the buses where we were, where we marched, like all kinds of things. So if I'm going into this saying, just know your culture, be conscious. I mean, I don't know everything about our history and everything like I should, but I'm just telling people to just be more conscious of our past, and be more, when you go on these trips and things, like identify um the African American heritage, and not always the tourist perspective from a European state of mind. When you're
well,
going on these trips, identify where's the Black Madonna.
yeah.
We didn't want to go see all the other
I know.
stupid stuff.
The one thing that's for sure is for certain. One thing is for sure, and two things for certain, is that I don't know if I want to go to Washington to go check out my heritage. I need to go to Africa. I need to meet Shaka Zulu. I need to find Ubuntu. I need to go out there when they shooting things into people's neck. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you want some man? I need to.
Shaka
Yeah,
Zulu.
I need to get with. I need to get with the people that actually could tell me the story, that have been there, personally. But no, I'm only kidding. Yeah, you can see that in Washington. I've actually been there before.
What did you feel? How did you feel when you were down there in that the slave exhibit? Did it
Well,
did it make you feel oppressed? I couldn't take it. I felt
well,
like just such heaviness. I had to get out of there.
well, I was more impressed by the bougie black people that were working as politicians. That's the thing that got me perplexed. It made me feel like the bougie is in control of the information, and yeah, maybe that's thinking negative, but hey, whatever. Nita says we had a great experience and met a nurse from New York City with her daughter visiting her mom. We reached out the following year, spoke to her husband, who was a New York City doctor, very friendly. Wow, that's great. That's great. That's great. And she's saying that because she says my husband and I stayed a week in Cannes,
Cons.
Cannes. We
Cons
visited,
France.
yeah, Cannes, Cannes, Canolas.
I kept calling it cans. I kept saying, yeah, we're going to cans. We're going to. They said it's no, it's cons France. It's not cans. It's cons.
Right.
Cons France.
Yeah. And for
Check
those
yourself.
who are asking about Wendy, you know, a lot of people are, you know, making comments and stuff like that, and just want to let you know is that, you know, you really have to start looking at who's sending the message. You know, don't look at. I mean, you know, there's like a little information bar down there that tells you if it's a blogger or something like that. You know, don't get caught up in the conversation that's going on out here because, you know, as you know, the internet tears people up, and it's just a whole bunch of malarkey. So, you know, just keep your prayers for her and know that she is coming back strong, and whatever her decision is, I'm sure that it's going to be what's best for her. Um, and I'm not going to tell you that she's coming back, and I'm not going to tell you that she's not coming back because
She's coming back. She's Wendy
because
Williams. She
because
coming back.
for some reason, you know, people like
I
to take
believe it.
words. People like to take words and we like to mix it around. So we're not going to do that today. But definitely appreciate you. Facebook, listen, I know you guys are over there. I know you're showing love, and I appreciate you guys for hanging out with me. You know, it goes a long way. And also that person that's all the way in the back that probably don't speak to me, that's probably sitting there behind the camera, mad or just angry, or maybe feeling like you forgave me, you know, or whatever the case may be. You know, I'm not vicious. I'm not a bad person. I got the best energy in the world. Nothing but love for everybody. Um, you know, so one day you'll come to the front and you'll be a part of this chat room, and we'll come together like a family, and there won't be no disrespect in the house because we're gonna have regulators and stuff like that. So, you know, climb aboard. You know, Facebook, go over to Like It Really Is with Bamboo and Friends. Like, subscribe the page. Um, check out uh, uh, morning uh, morning buzz with Bamboo in the morning, and that is also a good thing for you guys to check out. Nita says, what does Nita say? The wife used the wife took us around cons, and we in Shay got offended when we offered to pay for the meal. Yeah, yeah. It's kind of, when you go to a whole nother country, it's just the people are just, they have their own ways, and they just, some of them are fickle and some of them aren't. So,
And they usually don't like Americans. I found that out. They don't really like Americans in Europe.
Yeah.
They weren't friendly to us, you know? I didn't feel the love. And we were in Italy. They all thought that the black people, they thought we were from Africa. Like they didn't like when they found out we were American, they like kind of was like, ugh. You know, I felt a kind of vibe from Europeans towards Americans. This was in 2018 when I took that cruise, but you know, I don't think they was that, welcoming towards us. It was kind of cold. I don't know. Different. That's why I'm saying next time I'm paying to go on an expensive trip like that, I'm gonna go where it's culturally um diverse, where I'm gonna see my heritage a little bit more. I saw the European side. Now I'm ready to see the other side.
I know
So
that's
experience international travel if you can. This whole COVID thing is probably, put a lot of people on restriction, but if you get the opportunity to travel internationally, do it. Go see different places, experience different cultures, especially those of your own heritage. Know your culture, know who you are. I'm a West Indies girl. My people are from Barbados, so I went to Barbados. I know what it's like over there. Go to where your roots are from and check it out, because that's your heritage. That's all I'm saying.
I know that's right. I know that's right. So yeah, that's a fact. Nita says, I think she went to school in the U.S. And she said before that, right? Okay, got you, got you. That's a fact. That's definitely a fact. Yeah, well, that's the whole thing. Everybody is just so different. People are different. When you look at the b-boys and the hip hoppers back in the days, people were really a lot more nicer. When you were a part of something, you know, um, we didn't have a problem, pulling people in, showing love. We didn't care about, what you look like, where you came from. You know, we just showed love to everybody. Jamila said, Lisa, you're from Barbados.
My family is, my people are West Indies.
Hmm.
But I was born in Philadelphia. I can't say I was born in Barbados, but I am. My heritage, my people are from there.
That's
hmm
what's up. That's what's up.
I think she's from there too, right? Or is it Antigua? One of those islands. She's a West Indies girl too, I believe. hmm
Well, I'm from St. Kitts, so
Okay. Hey.
my family's from St. Kitts. So, by way of Barbados and by Bermuda and all of that stuff, they say by way because I think we went from St. Kitts to Bermuda or the Barbados, and we went from there to America, came to America.
Yeah, we came from Barbados to Edenton, North Carolina. That's a lot of people ended up in the Carolinas coming from the Caribbean islands. And that's some of my descent on my dad's side. On my mom's side, it's American Indian.
Well,
So I'm just a mutt.
my family came from Darlington, North Carolina.
Woo woo.
Darlington, South Carolina.
Okay. And my mom came from Enfield, North Carolina. My family on my mom's side, they was Enfield. They was picking cotton. And Enfield to this day is still known for tobacco and cotton. You can get your cigarettes for cheap if you go to North Carolina.
Right, right. That's a fact. Listen,
Yeah, mama.
let's recap. Let's recap of what we all talked about today. Let's just get into it real quick. And what did we learn today? We learned that this ain't making it. Okay, this ain't making it. Go get yourself a new look because that look is not working. Ladies, fix it. It's not necessary. We're not looking at that. We're not trying to look at that. That's not the most important thing. We are not interested in your eyelashes. We're really not interested in your eyes, not unless you have a special color eyes. Okay, so understand that. All right. I
And
just
people
want to,
hate those fake contacts.
yes, I mean, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Well, we already know when somebody has fake contacts. I mean, not saying that there's not black people with blue or green eyes, but very seldomly, I mean, you got these people that's unbelievably looking like, where'd you get them eyes from? Anyway. So
We
anyway,
have Joseph chiming in, a Mudman from Joseph Graham, Mudman. He's
yes,
chiming in on Facebook. You know Joseph Graham, one of your
yes,
Mudmen.
that's the mud man right there, Joseph, my boy out there. He's doing the same Juice World. Juice World actually, he has a line of clothing. Actually, has a shoe that he has, and we got to definitely get his stuff up on top of this platform. And he did his own shoe. He also has a whole studio in Brooklyn, and he's doing some revamping of it, and he's doing his thing. This guy is, you know, when I say that he's been with us for a minute, and he's not a cocky person, so that's why he's still a mudman. You know what I'm saying?
All
So
right.
shout out to him. Um,
Yes. Thanks
all
for
right.
tuning in, Joseph.
No doubt, definitely.
Like, share, and subscribe to the network. Like, share, and subscribe. You know some people. Help us to get to 100 viewers so that we could take this platform to another level, Joseph. Help spread the word to all your Mudman people out there in Yonkers. Right?
There you go. There you go. All right. So again, listen, ladies. Again, I'm gonna say this one more time because I think like I don't know if you're listening to me. I don't know if you're really understanding where I'm coming from. Like, if you don't have eyelashes, right? It's okay, right? It's okay if your eyelashes aren't that long. Please don't put on these butterfly wings. Please don't do that to yourself. Okay? It doesn't work. Let's keep it pushing. All right. And so here, and we also got to remember that, that before you guys was here, there was somebody else. And those OGs that are out there, they have a story. And you have to know where you came from to know where you're going. All right, guys. That's on that note there. Let's see who just said something in the chat. Zamila says, I have real green eyes and men always comment on them. I hate them getting in my face. Well, Zamila, I don't know if you hate them getting in your face. I think that you're a lot confident in that. I think that, you are, they get in your face and you get in their face. You just do, hey, it is what it is. Zamila is
Hey,
funny.
Zamilla. I have cousins with blonde hair and blue eyes, but they're black. You know what I mean? So, let the
Yeah.
haters hate. I'm
Right.
sure you're
So
so beautiful.
say again.
I'm sure she is so beautiful, a beautiful black queen.
Who's Zamila?
Brown queen.
Yeah, Zamila likes to hide. She likes to hide. She doesn't put her pictures up too much. She hides in the background. So she maybe
We
one.
love you, Zamilla. Thanks for your input into the show. You really, bring that medical aspect that we sometimes need, and we appreciate your watching and your support, and your being a nurse and helping so many people who have required care throughout this last year. Make sure you do you, and don't get a medical caregiver burnout. Make sure you take care of yourself. That's all I'm saying. Thank you, Zamilla.
Yeah, Zamila, you can send me a picture of my email, and yeah, send me a picture of yourself in an email. Leave me alone, Lisa. All right, all right. And we also got to remember that the T connection. This is where it all started at. This is how the flyers were made. Years ago. So special shout out to the old school. That means that you guys, what you're doing now. You can start something. But you have to start it now. You know, again, we're gonna have this brother. This is uh, Lil Rodney C from Funky 4+1 More. He's gonna be coming in and talking to us and giving us his perspective on life, and that's great. The other thing we talked about is, guys, listen, love you to death. Love you to death. I care about you. You know, kind of, stop it with the both areas. You gotta stop. You gotta relax. And stop it with the oil moisturizer on the mouth. Okay, you gotta stop that too. I don't know. I just don't think. Well, I mean, listen.
Bamboo, you don't wear makeup for television? Like, you've done television. I know guys that come to the studio with whole makeup cases and lip gloss
Yeah,
and the non-shine stuff and all of that. So you don't believe in all that for aesthetics, for
all
looking
right,
good on TV? It's
all right,
HD television.
all right. Let's get a couple of things straight here. Let's get a couple of things straight. First of all, you know, uh, I can use some dispatch. I can use baby oil and call it a day. That's number one. When I was in the movie Beat Street, yeah, they did have makeup and all of that stuff. But you trust me, it was off when I was before I didn't walk outside with it on. Some some people did, and it was just I mean I don't get comfortable like that. I'm not going back to my hoodie with eyeliner on my eye. I'm not doing it. This guy here, he's got earrings in his ear, two earrings. I mean, listen, if that's what you like to do, then do it. I'm just saying, man, we didn't do that. Maybe times have changed, right? Is that what it is?
I know guys that did it in our generation, so I think it's kind of like you.
Yeah, is that
Like,
what it
like,
is?
like this is not new. Guys been wearing two earrings for years. Like this is not a new trend. I saw guys wearing two earrings in the 90s. Maybe it's just the guys I was hanging out with, I guess, but they was wearing two earrings back in the 90s. This ain't nothing new, and they was rocking big diamonds. I seen this look before. It's to me, it's a reboot. I seen plenty of men were rocking two diamond earrings, big carats. I've seen it. I don't mean to break it down to you, but I've seen it in our generation.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I don't know where I was at when that happened. Okay, I'll tell you, I don't know where I was at, and
A lot of the NBA ballers, they be rocking, carats in both ears. It's a statement. Like I got money like that. I'm rocking two diamonds and 4 carats on each ear. Know what I'm saying? Like some of them guys, you could like make their diamonds a ring. Yo, I'm sorry, I saw it in the 90s.
yeah,
This isn't
well,
new. Guys wearing two earrings.
I'm just gonna say that I didn't see it in no daggone 90s. I don't know where the heck I, you
I don't
know,
know where you was at. Prince was wearing gold hoops. Come on now. This is not
Prince.
new. Prince, he wore big gold hoops.
Okay, listen, Prince was not hanging on 145th Street and 125th Street. Okay, so that's a total difference. Prince definitely wasn't hanging out with the crew. Okay, and Prince did not have a 40. Okay, he didn't drink a 40 of Old Gold and just say let's hang out with the crew. Nah, you know what I'm saying. He was over there
You wouldn't
looking at.
hang out with Prince in his high heel boots? What?
Listen, first of all, I met Tony Terry, right? And when I met him, he was wrapped up in a turban like he was from Afghanistan. All right, and I don't even he's supposedly got a little sugar in his belly. But
Mm.
and so, but listen, I don't judge people for who they are. If you got sugar in your feet, sugar, if you're a sugar foot, then you go ahead and be a sugar foot. I don't have no problems with that. There's a lot of sugar foots out here. Anyway, let me keep going. Wild Style. You know what I'm saying? Wild Style. Don't forget that's the old school movie. If you guys want to check it out, if you want to see Double Trouble with Little Rocket C ahead of time, check that out. Yeah, we was just talking about the old school. What else we got going on in the chat over there? I see people popping in. Lisa Mo is an old G. Yo, listen, Jamila, don't play me like that. I'm not no old G. Okay, I'm not an old G. Okay, trust me. I'm with the. I'm with the. You know what I'm saying? I'm with the stuff. You know what I'm saying? Shoot. Come
But
on now.
being an OG is not a bad crack. That means she respects you. You're OG with wisdom. Somebody called me an OG, and I was like,
Not,
"What?
not,
Are they calling me old? I'm
not.
not old. Like I totally took it wrong." And they was like, "No, no. He's saying you like an OG, like we respect you." I was like, "Yeah, all right." I
Not.
think they just called me old.
Right, right. And that's exactly what Jamila just said just now. She just called me old G.
What about the two earring thing? Why is she calling you old?
I don't know. I don't know.
Justifies Miller.
Anyway,
Why you
let's get.
calling him an OG?
Oh no, we'll get back to her, man. She's a mess
Yeah,
anyway.
but she likes your OG
Yes,
style.
yeah.
Remember?
She went to
Uh-huh.
she went to Barbados. She went to Barbados and got some of that flying fish and some of that coconut bread, and then she don't know how to act, so she's back again. So anyway, let's keep going with this. The nails, ladies. Remember, if the guys got to really work on it, the earrings, you guys need to work on them nails, man. Stop it. Don't do it to yourself. Stop going and making hamburger. Stop making potato salad. You know what I'm saying? Don't do it. We don't like it. Because it could be anything. Still stuck up in a corner. We don't want to do that. Come on, help us out here. Anyway, listen. Remember Madonna? We talked about earlier today in her melting pot, and she's definitely got a melting pot there. I don't know from all countries, but she must have a fetish with a black man, and more power to her. Listen, they say when you go black, you don't go back. So she must have I don't know, but anyway, we're gonna wish her the best on that. And Mr. Shmooly Mooly, you're gonna say to him good luck to his shenanigans and all his drama he got going on. Going to trial, talking about somebody done beat him up because he's gay, trying to cause a problem up in this community, trying to make it hard for us out here. You know what I'm saying? As heterosexuals, talking about we beating y'all up. We ain't beating y'all up. You paying people. You know what I'm saying? Let's get that story straight. We got to find out what's going on with that story because there's a whole lot of mess going on with this man. And I don't know. I don't dig it, Mr. Shmuley. Shmuley, what the heck is going on? I tell you, man.
He made the whole Empire series be canceled because of his ridiculousness.
Yeah.
Everybody lost their jobs because of him. Pretty much.
Well, what they need to do is they need to hire some people and get them to really beat his butt. That's what they really need to do. There's something sick. I don't know. I ain't gonna say too much anyway. But anyway, remember, like I said, guys, Rodney C is gonna be here. That's the guy right there with the checkers on, and he's an old school rapper from back in the days. That's the joint. You can check out That's the Joint on YouTube and check out what he's got musically, so you'll be prepared to know what's going on in our platform. Remember, your days, our days are different. But at the same time, we know what you're going through, young people. We know that things is different for you out there. We were in the same situation. You guys gotta have to start learning how to respect the OG so you can get this knowledge. Look at the pants they used to wear back in the days. A hot summer day. Come on, man. This is hip hop, man. This is hip hop. This is hip hop, man. That battle, that stand up in your face and let's battle. That old school, that memory. If they can remember country and all of this stuff, why we can't remember our heritage? Come on, man. We got to stop making mistakes here. All right, let's get it together, people. And like I said, hip hop had a history. And it started somewhere. And don't forget about the people that started it, because you won't know where you're going. Yes. It is definitely a fact. Nita says, while Jamil is laughing, Nita says, yes, I have brown eyes. People always call me cat eyes. I really didn't like it. I might really like to hear that. Oh, come on, ladies. Y'all know this cat eyes. That men love the cat eyes. Come on. Men love the cat eyes. Lisa, help me out here. They're playing with the intelligence over there. They're playing with intelligence. Remember what the Bronx used to look like back in the days. Understand the struggle and why we are here today.
When did the Bronx look like this? What year was this? Like, when was this?
This was in the 60s. That looks like it was in the 20s.
Yeah, I'm like, where is this footage coming from? Wow, you're really taking it back.
Yeah, but all of these buildings that's out here now is where everybody's making the money. This is how it all started. They came over and they they wanted to capitalize on the ghetto and then they burnt it down.
Have these areas been revitalized, or do they still look like this now? They're still not there. I can't imagine it still looks like this now.
Yeah, no, I
right?
can't. Right, I definitely can't imagine that either, Lisa. Thanks for sharing that one. Definitely can't believe that they are definitely like that now. It's definitely regentrification has stepped in, and things have changed. Times
So
have
did they make it? Is it now like really high end, expensive real estate where the people that live there can no longer afford to stay there because the taxes have gone so high, so they had to go to another location, and so has that whole area be regentrified or whatever the word is? Is that has what happened in that area since then? You think?
yes,
What's the area like now? Is it
yes.
low income? Is it a high income? What's it like?
Well, I mean, the in the Bronx, there's a building that's up, and it's probably $2,000 a month for rent, and it's maybe a one bedroom, not even that.
Mm.
Like I said, we've come from days of Alexander's in the Bronx. This is the Bronx in the '60s, and so you have to know where you came from in order to know where you're going.
What
You
was
have
Alexander's? A department store?
Yes, it was, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. hmm And just remember all about graffiti, how the graffiti started, what really made hip hop, what the break dancing, what really made hip hop, and look at what it's become now. It's a multi-million dollar, billion-dollar business, and it's out there. So, listen, peace and blessings. Lisa, can we close out with something, today, nice and mellow, something we can send them off with?
Well, again, we just want to ask everyone who's watching, whether watching live or you're watching the rebroadcast, to likes, subscribe, and share the information. Um, we want you to keep tuning in. This platform is continuing to grow, and we want you to be a part of it from the ground up. So, thank you for spending this time with us. We're just going to be having more interesting interviews, focusing on hip hop, the origins of hip hop. What are some of the things that you're going to be focusing on? Hip hop, graffiti, the history of R&B, hip hop, breakdancing, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. What's
Look,
what's the strategy?
well, the thing is that we're gonna get, we're gonna work with the people that are watching, and I'm gonna give it, different things, different kinds of, uh, you know, give out different kinds of information, and have different kinds of programs and intertwine into this show here, uh, so that people um, can learn from this channel, learn something. Before we did, like karma and, and a lot of other stuff, and we dealt with the mental. We're going to revisit that again, um, you know, and we're going to have those kind of conversations, real talk. But I've, thanks to Pamela Williams, who told me, she said, Maurice, get a little bit of excitement in your show. And sometimes I could be stubborn, but I do listen. And so that's why the morning show seems to be a little bit more of a success. Um, and this platform, I'm going to continue to make it work. Um, as Jamila says, men can be disrespectful sometimes. That's a fact. Men can be disrespectful. It depends on, what kind of man it is. And also depends on what that man went through, that made him so disrespectful. And it also depends on what you're doing too, Jamila. Because I know you ain't no angel either. You know what I'm saying? So, yes, yes. So, we'll do. God bless Mama Rhonda. Yes, you give a shout out to Mama Rhonda. She's doing okay. She's busy at the time right now, taking care of things, and we let people be who they be and do what they do. But we appreciate them. We appreciate them, and we don't force them to come. Mo, you have been a WEG man, a Ouija man that came from Rochester, New York. It's a superfood store. I'm a wedge man. I'm a wedge man. Okay. I don't know what that is, but I hope it's something good because you saying wedge. That don't sound something sounds very different, you know. But I just hope it means something really good, you know. So let me. Whoa, 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 whoa! I'm not ready yet, guys. Are you ready to go? All right, give me 5 minutes. I just wanted to make sure it was there. But now that we know it's there, we can say goodbye to everybody that's in the chat and everybody that's out there. I will definitely say hi to Rhonda for you guys. Sometimes we need a break, and she's taking a break for a minute. But we're going to have a lot more in store for you on this page. So remember, if you're on Facebook and you're in my groups, please remember to go over to YouTube and like my page and subscribe to my page like it really is with Bamboo and Friends, you know, just to be a part of what's going on. Don't forget about my boy, you know, he's in here, the building, you know, I am Unlimited Bill Trust, you know, listen, there's not much to say. Yes, 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 yes.
That was nice.
Yeah, that's the new morning intro, but I'm gonna work on that.
I
I'm
love
gonna
it.
make that better. Anybody
I'll
know?
help you on the morning show because I don't know if I could do the night show because I gotta work.
Okay, well, you know, it's always good.
I'll come with you live on the beach. We gotta talk.
All right, sounds good. You know, I'll send you
Okay.
the link. That's not a problem.
All
Goodbye,
right.
goodbye, Beverly. Take care. You have a great night too, as well. Zamila,
Okay.
you have a great, great night too, as well. Nita, love always. Have you been through something? I have been through so much. No, I know. I pray for you, and I pray that everything goes well for you and everyone out there. You know, I know it's a trying time. You know, the coronavirus is coming back again in different places, and
It is?
yeah, it's a new strain that's coming back. Just everybody be careful out there. You know, make sure you take your vitamins and all your nutrients and stuff like that. And you know, Some people are getting the booster shot, some people aren't. You know, don't play Russian roulette with your life, and also be careful because we don't know what's going on in this world. We don't know what the intentions are, and also be aware that China and America is not getting along right now, and that could be a very serious catastrophe because China is a lot more powerful than we think they are. And so we have to really be very mindful of what's going on because America is fighting for Taiwan and China wants Taiwan back, you know, to be in control of Taiwan. And America is saying if China attacks Taiwan, we're going to get involved. So, you know, keep your eyes on what's going on in the world, as well as what's going on in the streets and what's going on in your life, your mental health, and everything else. Thank you so much, everyone, for stopping in. We love you. We appreciate you. We'll see you on Wednesday at 8 p.m., Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Like It Really Is with Bamboo and Friends. Mama Rhonda's not here, but we show her love and we push all love
We
and
miss you, Mama Rhonda.
blessings
You're a
to her.
black queen.
That's for sure. And if you want some merch, you got to reach out to me. If you want to be a part of the show and you have a story, reach out to me. Everyone have a beautiful day. And thanks for watching Like It Really Is with Bamboo and Friends. So until next time, I'll see you later. Take care.